All right, hello there, and welcome to my channel. I am Prince Adimado, and in this video, I'll be sharing my truth on how I got started in the Microsoft Power Platform and the tips to help you get started or to master the Microsoft Power Platform. Without any further delay, let's jump straight into the video or into my talk. All right. So tips for mastering the Microsoft Power Platform. Let's dive into it. So, who is Prince Adimado? Prince Adimado is a software developer at Affinity Solutions. I'm in Ghana. Whenever I see Prince Adimado on social media, on LinkedIn, or Twitter, or on YouTube, Prince Adimado loves content creation, and I mainly create content on the Microsoft Power Platform and other technologies as well. So let me share my personal anecdote on how I got started in the Microsoft Power Platform. So I remember I was once a student ambassador, or let me say a Microsoft Learn student ambassador. I got into the program in the year 2021, that's October 23, 2021, when I got the email, the congratulations email saying that I have been accepted into the program. So fast forward, Shadrach Inusa, who is currently a business application MVP or Microsoft MVP, was once a student ambassador in 2021. So we actually held it was an event exclusive for student ambassadors, and he made a demo on Power Automate on how when a form is submitted, anytime a form is submitted, an email should be sent. So after the recording, I watched the recording over and over. After the event, I watched the recording over and over again till I was able to build my first flow. After my first flow, I built my next on how to use email with options. I googled, I had some challenges as I have been searched till I was able to find a solution to it. I built my third flow, which is to convert that Word document to a PDF using Power Automate. And I remember during 2022, during the Global Microsoft Power Platform held in Accra here, it was held virtually on Microsoft Teams. I joined Mr. Samuel Adwani's call, who is also a Microsoft MVP for IoT, I believe so. And I joined this call on Power Automate and a session on Power Automate, and because I wanted to learn these two called the Microsoft Power Platform. Fast forward, I remember anytime I had an issue with Power Automate, because anytime I want to build a flow, I go into make.powerautomate the website and try to build a flow without actually sitting down to think about the connectors that I'll be using, because Power Automate is full of connectors and we do everything with connectors. To build a flow, you need a connector, and we know a connector is a wrapper around an API. So I had an issue with connectors, so I couldn't build more flow. So it deterred me from learning the Microsoft Power Platform. So I put it on hold to focus on my MLSA volunteering opportunity, and also focus on my studies as I was in school. So I was holding events as a Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador. Fast forward in 2022, when the Accra Power Platform User Group was about to organize the 2023 Global Microsoft Power Platform, Shadrach Inusa and I were the co-organizers of the event. I helped him organize the event, and I submitted a talk on a demo on a solution I built at Power Platform on how I automated a problem on my campus. So I did that, and I was a co-organizer at the same time a speaker. So I did that. So from there, I started to learn the Microsoft Power Platform again, building projects. And in 2023, that was in 2020, that the global Microsoft the global Microsoft Power Platform Bootcamp in 2023. So after that, we had ChatGPT. ChatGPT was also an OpenAI was in the news, and on Twitter, everyone was doing something with ChatGPT, the OpenAI API. So I said, so one day I thought to myself, why don't I? So one day I thought to myself, why don't I integrate the um, OpenAI API and the Microsoft Power Platform, that's using a tool called the Microsoft Power Automate to streamline the generative AI capabilities. How I can do that with Power Platform. So I thought to myself, why can't I submit a prompt via a form, a Microsoft form, and get an email message with a generated AI response? So I did that, and it worked. So that was one of the projects I made, and I recorded my demo, shared it on LinkedIn, and I'm sure I shared it on Twitter as well. And after doing that, Professor Lee Stott from Microsoft, who was in the Microsoft Learning Student Ambassador Program, so I actually shared the post I made from LinkedIn to the Microsoft Learning Student Ambassador team student, and Professor Listot saw it and he said, "Can I write a blog about it?" So I did that, and it got showed on it got published on the Microsoft Tech Community website. So that was when I actually became a blogger on the Microsoft Tech Community website. It has been my dream to write on the Microsoft Tech Community website, because I saw Shadrach Inusa blog on the platform, and it was always been my desire to blog on the Microsoft Tech Community website. So but personally, I blog on Hashnode, and after that, I'll be showing you my blog. To find me, you can find me on Prince. You can base search my name. Once you base search Prince Adimado, you find me squaring with me on LinkedIn and Twitter. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if this is the first time watching my video. Okay, so let's jump straight into talk. So this was when my blog was promoted by the various Microsoft Twitter handles. I can have Professor Lee Stott here, so you can see it. And also the demo video, I had to remake the demo video, and got published on the Microsoft Developer Mia YouTube channel. I was one of the first one of the first student ambassadors from Ghana in Africa to be on the channel, because it was a new channel then. Let me go forward. So, introduction. When we talk about the Microsoft Power Platform, what's the Microsoft Power Platform? What's the brief history of the Microsoft Power Platform? So, at first there was nothing like the Microsoft Power Platform. It was only Power BI. So Power BI was released in 2011, and it was followed by Power Apps and Flow in 2016. Remember when Power Automate was released, it wasn't called Power Automate, it was called Microsoft Flow. I think that's why we always call our solutions Flow, right? Our automations Flow. And I guess so. I saw Flow in 2016. But in 2017, Microsoft, as a big leader in this technology space, thought it wise to integrate these tools, Power BI, Power Automate, and Power Apps, into an umbrella called the Microsoft Power Platform. So I think that is where Power became to attach to its name, and some of the names were renamed. But in 2019, Microsoft brought or developed a low code, no code chatbot development platform called the Power Virtual Agent, which in 2023 it has been renamed due to the advancement of AI and Microsoft AI being Copilot. So if you want to be the Copilot for yourself, you actually go to the Copilot Studio, and it made business sense for that. But in 2022, the new kid on the block was actually named Power Pages, used in building websites. We know that if you want to build a website, since it's a low-code platform, don't say it's because of a low-code platform and I can't code currently, I want to use Power Pages to build a personal website. No. Power Pages, Power Pages is used to build business applications. So the entire Microsoft Power Platform is under a category called business applications. Either Power BI, Power Automate, Power Apps, Power Pages, they are all under business application. It used to streamline, it is used for streamlining business processes and used to modernize the streamline business processes and modernize business application. Or yes, so let us go forward. But let me go back. But as in this years for the Power Platform being in existence, local languages like the Power FS was introduced to give developers or citizen developers the superpowers in building applications using Excel-like syntax. To add these Power FS language to give the application they are building superpowers in Excel-like syntax. So it was estimated some years ago, or a few years ago, that 500 million apps will be created in the next 5 years. And you know, there aren't enough professional pro code developers. I mean, those who do the C#, those who do the Java, those who do the Go, those who do the you can think of all these applications, the Python, the pro code developers, JavaScript and all that. They aren't enough, and even with the developers, the pro code developers now, they are being laid off. So they aren't enough. So to build this volume of work and to modernize the streamlined business processes. So that's where the Microsoft Power Platform. Imagine you as an HR manager, you are a domain expert in your field, and you want to, and at your company, you want to build an application, but you want to do something, but you actually, if you want to do it, you have to hire a pro code developer who actually have to write code and perform various testing and whatsoever. But with the Microsoft Power Platform, the data is within your organization, within your SharePoint, within your database, within your any other storage, within your OneDrives and all that. So that's where the Microsoft Power Platform comes into place to integrate these services, these applications, right? These applications look like without writing any code, right? Without writing any code. So once you know this, you become a citizen developer building. I can say this forever. I joined one of the Microsoft Power Platform community calls and Microsoft 365 community calls on Microsoft Teams, and one citizen developer. He's actually not a pro code developer, like a professional developer, but I learned how to build adaptive cards, how to use the adaptive cards builder on adaptivecards.io website, builder website. How to use, so through the call I learned how to, because at first I used to build adaptive cards using or writing following the documentation on adaptive cards website, writing my own JSON. So I write my own JSON and to reflect in the builder. But I actually use the adaptive cards builder to build its adaptive card, and I learned so much from it. And now I don't need to write my own JSON. I just use the adaptive card builder to build my own adaptive card. Let's go into it. So I'm sharing 4 tips to help you learn the Microsoft Power Platform. Um, First of all, documentation. Remember, in my personal anecdote, I shared that I shared I was having difficulties with connectors. Anytime I'm trying to learn Power Automate connector, I didn't know how to use connectors. So one day, from the time I started building applications, some were writing blogs about Microsoft about the Microsoft Power Platform. I understood what I was doing. So anytime I need to use the connector, I googled Power Automate connectors, and there's a whole documentation of all the hundreds of Power Automate connectors. They are all documented. How I use the OpenAI connector, in Power Automate. Yeah, everything is documented. And if you want to learn how to use it, please search Power Automate connectors and you find it. So for us developers, documentation refers to us provides us for us developers, documentation provides us with insight into the purpose, the features, and the functionality of a library, a software service, on an API. Because a connector in Power Automate, a connector is a wrapper around an API. For Power Apps, there's a documentation. For Power BI, there's a documentation. For Copilot Studio, there's a documentation. For Power FS, that's the XLI syntax language for adding superpowers to your applications or Power Apps. There's a documentation. For Power Platform itself, there's a documentation. So I'll end it and say, read the docs. Read the docs. All right. So this is the Power Apps documentation. So there's the documentation for all Microsoft Power. And also let me introduce you to Microsoft Learn. Microsoft Learn has all the resources on Microsoft technologies. So kindly go to search Microsoft Learn and you find, or use any other search engine. Also, community. So community. I wouldn't be here today or able to build some applications using the Microsoft Power Platform without having to join the community events, like such as the Power Platform community calls, the Microsoft 365 community calls, the Accra Power Platform user group community calls as well. So join communities for learning and knowledge sharing, for career growth, and on opportunities, learning opportunities, job opportunities. And also when you check the documentation pages of the various Power Platform tools, there is a tab, or there is a link, or a menu item on the navigation bar called community. So there are community forums for all the there's community forums for all the Power Platform tools. So you can see communities for all the user group. I believe all the user groups are in this community. So anytime I actually building an application, and I'm having difficulties or having bugs or errors, I copy the error message, being search or search it in the browser, and I always land on the community pages. I always land on the community pages or the community forums. People have similar issues and they got solved. Please can sign up to be a community member on the Microsoft Power Platform community page. Also, resources for Microsoft Cloud Advocates and Microsoft MVPs. Who are Microsoft MVPs? Microsoft MVPs are part of the driving force to help Microsoft continue to fulfill its mission. Without Microsoft MVPs, Microsoft can do their job, but they will not be effective. They will not be within our communities. They will not be within our cities to help the local communities or organizations who use the Microsoft tools, cloud tools, and all the Microsoft tools able to scale, right? So, and also most of the content on YouTube or on the internet, most of them are from Microsoft MVPs. So Microsoft help Microsoft MVPs or MVPs help Microsoft to fulfill its mission, its company mission to empower every individual and organization on the planet to achieve more. MVPs demonstrate their expertise in community management and willingness to share knowledge. Let me jump straight into Microsoft Cloud Advocates. So, Microsoft Cloud Advocates, they are technical evangelists who work closely with developers, IT professionals, and even students, the broader technical community to drive adoption and provide a guidance on Microsoft Cloud technologies. When Microsoft Fabric was released, I saw Mr. Oluwanju Oyemuki, who was then Microsoft Cloud Advocate. I personally DM'd him and said it's really I gave a compliment that it's really promoting the Microsoft Fabric when it got released, and it's still is promoting Microsoft technologies. So Microsoft Cloud Advocates create most of them, or maybe all of them, have YouTube channels like I don't want to mention some names, but I know of the Oyembuki. Yes, I'll be dropping some of their channels or links to their channels in the video description. So make sure to check the video description. All right, so also we have Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors, and I'm in Ghana, and I have been a Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador before. I said I was a gold Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, and Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador help to our student representatives on campus, their on-campus students representatives for Microsoft, and help promote and learn and help their peers learn various Microsoft cloud technologies and Microsoft technologies as a whole. So, and four, that's my last point, which is build projects. You can't be watching tutorials on how someone automated a solution or a problem. You can't be watching tutorials on how man build a power apps without actually building. You can actually watch someone creating a chatbot without actually building. You have to make your hands very dirty. Your hands, you have to make them very dirty. Let's dig in. You have to dig into that particular technology you want to learn. So the tips I've shared here can be applied to all things, like technology-wise or any other thing. So one is documentation. Two is community. The community from the community who uses that particular technology. Three, resources from Microsoft MVPs and cloud advocates. Four, building of projects. It can't be overemphasized in building learning any tool, especially in the Microsoft Power Platform. You can't learn you can't learn Microsoft Power Platform without actually building. You can actually learn Microsoft Power Platform without building an application, building a flow, building a dashboard, building a power apps, building the co-pilots, building the chatbot co-pilot studio. You can actually learn the tool without actually building. So continue to build, no matter the solution or the problem you have solved, but the project, the side project you are working on, kindly share. Once you build, share. I wouldn't have been able to blog or have my desire being fulfilled blogging on the Microsoft Tech Community website. And once I uploaded or posted my demo video on my LinkedIn, see where it got me. It got promoted. Even that blog I wrote about as a one that in 2023, the second quarter of 2023, it's actually won the system block with the most views then as a gold student ambassador. So don't be shy, don't feel inferior to your current skill set. Anytime you build an application, you learn a tool, whether you're a UI UX developer, you are a front-end developer, if you are back-end, you are whatsoever. Anytime you learn a technology, you have your LinkedIn, you have your Twitter, or whatever social media platform you're active on, post post on LinkedIn, post on Twitter, or post on now called X. So post your project. Don't feel inferior to your abilities or to your current skill set. Don't build in silence. Never build it out. I'm a I'm a software developer and I do front end. I build front end applications or client side applications at my job or at my company. And I'm currently building a recipe management system using React. And as I'm building this side project, I'm learning a lot how to add features using Django REST framework and all that. So I'm building application using Django and Django REST framework for the backend API, then React, Next.js for the front end. So as I'm building, actually I was 2 months in, about 2 months in, I was building this and I said, why don't I share to the public what I'm building? Why don't I share to the public, to my connections and followers on the internet or on this platform what I'm building, currently working on? Because I want to ask you a question. What do people know of you, like in terms of technology? What do people know that you do? I don't. I want to articulate this very well. What do people know about you in terms of technology? What do you do in terms of technology? If when someone say once if someone mentions your name, when someone mentions my name, Prince Adimado, what does he do in terms of technology? Can a particular technology be matched to you? When we hear an entity called Shadak Inusa, we know that Shadak Inusa is a Power Apps guy. He's a Power Apps developer. He built Power Apps application. We use or he's a business applications MVP. When they mention your name on the internet or wherever, what do people know of you about? So you have to put yourself out there. If you are starting out, I'm speaking to those who are starting out, you have to put yourself out there. Don't build in silence, build in public. Build in public. It doesn't hurt. You don't pay to post. So post, utilize your account, and after all this, good thing you have to remember, good things takes time. Good things takes time. And I always tell myself, time tells things. And as you are in this time, and time is always going, or it's a continuous, please, it's get to a time you be advanced in your career. Or later part in the future, you actually come back to this post and say, this is where I started from. But if you're not posting all of these, there will not be the memory will only exist in your head or in your mind, and you can't show them. The reason why I could show some of the screenshot I shared on my blog because I posted my work, I posted my demo video and made it way to Microsoft Developer Mia YouTube channel and Microsoft Tech Community website. And I have like 2 blogs on the website, and I'm about to start my blogging my blogging hobby as well. It's a hobby for me. I blog too as well. I'm creating content or blogging. And I said, I'm actually not writing any blogs about making videos. And I'm posting the content on the Microsoft Tech Community website. So don't build in silence. Never build in silence. Don't be shy. I came here today to motivate you. I came here today to inspire you. I came here, I'm recording the video today to inspire you. Whether you be watching the video from I don't know when you're watching it, but when you watch this video, as you're watching this video, I'm here to inspire you to learn a tool, to learn a platform, to do something for yourself. Don't be shy. As when I was building application, I was having how do you call it, imposter syndrome. Um, Tutorial. I've been through imposter syndrome tutorial. I had a friend who is called Nathaniel Concept, and on my YouTube channel, I have a Dev Live series podcast, which I do it with him. I used to call Nathaniel and say, Nathaniel, I have this application. I'll build a backend in Django and actually need help with the front end. My front end skills was rusty. I was learning from tutorials. I didn't get it. But I went to Scrimba, I went to front end mentor, and as I started building and understanding how to use Flexbox, how to use padding, how to use grade, understanding these properties and how to use it, write my own markup in HTML as I'm building front-end applications. Please, I'm here to inspire you. Anytime you watch this video, I'm here to inspire you. I recorded this video to inspire someone. So kindly open that laptop, sit behind that PC, start coding, start building some application, start building some power apps, start building some dashboards, start building some front-end application. Whatever tool you are learning, build projects and don't be shy. Market yourself. No one will market yourself for you. Put your personal brand out there and you will go far. And remember, to all good things, it takes time. Yeah, good things takes time, and time tells things. Remember this, and this is how I end my truth, share my truth. This is my truth. This is my truth. So thank you very much for watching. If I've been inspired by this video, kindly hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's grow this channel together and learn various tools, including the Microsoft Power Platform. Thank you very much for watching, and make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you. I am Prince Adimado. Peace out.